Alright, here's what's going on. So I'm starting a new challenge. It's gonna be a $100 challenge, basically trying to turn $100 into as much as I can really quickly, either blow it or not, and document the whole process. Strictly day trading, no vlogging. Here's the thing. When you trade a cash account on Webull, it takes time for the money to settle in the account. And so I woke up this morning at 6:30 hoping the money would be settled in my account, and it's not. So what did I do? I still day traded. I still took a trade. I still implemented risks and tracked the options chain. But how do you do that? There's so many times where you can paper trade. You can paper trade. You can paper trade the charts really easily. You can paper trade futures really easily. You can paper trade forex really easily. But you can't really paper trade options that well. And so I wanted to show you guys how you do it, even if you don't even have an account open. But basically, the way I'm going to show you is in a setting not like this. I want to go sit down at a university and talk about it at a desk that's not dirty. But there is a way to paper trade options, and I wish I knew how to before I dumped a lot of money into it and never got anything out of it. And plus, this might be a cop out for me waiting for my money to settle for my $100 challenge. But yeah, time to hit the dash. Yay! Alright, let's go. We here, little Diet Coke action right here. Finished up class, and I'm about to explain to you guys how I'm able to trade without actually taking a trade due to my own faulty reasons. But basically, today was a kind of an interesting day. We opened the markets at 544, and then we saw downward movement all the way to 533. And then we resurged back up to a closing price of 538. So generally, a normal day in the market. No crazy crashes, no crazy rises. I want to apologize for the rest of the video. I recorded this whole entire thing in the completely different lens length. The first part was 0.5 and the second part was not. So if you want to click off because the video sucks, feel free to. I will not feel bad. All right, enjoy. Now, this is where I start talking about the platform that I use to trade options. When you trade options, you're not trading the S&P 500. You're not trading the underlying stock. You're trading a contract determined by the price of the stock, i.e. the movement. When you take put contract at market open, let's say at 6:30 in the morning Western time, you own a contract saying that you want that price of the stock to be at a certain level by a certain time, i.e. the expiration date. And then you'd sell it before it expires. It's how trading works in options. But basically, on Webull, the platform that I use to trade options, there's this lovely thing called a chart that they give you. Not the chart of the stock that's underlying the option contract, but the literal price of the option contract is also charted. From there, that's when you do your back testing. That's when you look at it. So I'll put a screenshot of what it looks like on the screen. But basically, I line that up with the trade that I took on TradingView, the mock trade, and I basically see if I took $70 contracts here and they reached all the way to $160 contracts, does those option contracts hit my stop loss before it reached my take profit? And as you could see by the charts of both the option contract and the underlying stock, the gap filled on the underlying stock perfectly, and the option contracts went from I think $76 all the way to $164. So that's a 100% gain, which would be a take profit and a fat W in the books. Now, this is the problem with Noah, is that because he had no settled cash, he couldn't even take the trade. So Noah's out of luck. And yeah, for those wondering how to paper trade options, you could open a Webull account and do the paper trading route. Or if you don't want to go through the hassle of all that, because I believe they start you out at $10,000 and it's just not accurate at all, you can do what I do every single morning that I don't have settled funds to take a trade. So yeah, that's the dealio. That's how you paper trade options without any money to trade with. Now I will say, I think, this is a me personal thing, I don't like paper trading. Why? Because the mindset that you go into it is that you're not trading real money. The mindset that you go into normal trading is that you are trading real money. You realize the real emotions of it. When you lose your whole entire account paper trading, you're not going to feel the backside of it. But when you blow your whole entire account trading your own personal money, you feel it. When you see the charts moving with your money, when you see the charts moving up and down with your money, you will think differently. Sorry about that. Where was I going? Oh yeah, paper trading sucks. When you experience the real emotions of trading, you understand how mentally strenuous it is when you're not profitable. So yeah, hopefully I'll set up funds tomorrow to kick off my 100-day challenge, my $100 challenge. Other than that, see you in the next video. Peace.